Out here, every smell is a distraction. Sticks, squirrels, even other mushrooms. But today, Tansy's learning the only scent that pays, the morel. We use scent tubes to show her that nothing else matters, and then we bring out that jar trick. A fake morel that smells exactly like the real deal. The moment she figures it out, watch how she locks in and gives us the perfect indication. Stick around, because you're about to see how we turn a playful pup into a focused morel finding machine. So we've imprinted the scent with Tansy. She understands the morel smell. Now we're going to start showing her that that's the only smell that pays. And I do that with scent tubes. And I also have a scent wheel, but I think realistically, the scent tube is the best way to do it. So I put the tube down. The very first time she goes to it, I just click and reward. As soon as her nose hits that, we mark and reward. Because she's never seen this picture before. We have to show her how the game works, and that's it. She smells the mushroom, and then she gets paid. And we do this several times, maybe even a session or two to get her going. Because you see she still don't quite understand. But what I'll do in the next session or two, we're jumping ahead a little bit just for video's sake, but I put distractant odors down. So I have her dog food, the actual kibble she's getting for the reward today, hot dogs, and then the last one will be rubber gloves. Oops, watch it, Tansy. And she has to learn that the only thing that pays is the morel mushroom. And then, as we move forward, I'll start moving these around. Because labs are really good at marking right where the odor's at that they get paid for. And I want her to use her nose to figure it out. So I'm gonna move it one more time after. I'm gonna let her do one more search, mark it, and then we'll move it one more time. I will say, while I'm doing this, eventually I pay at source. So we don't do too many reps where I mark and reward away. Eventually we'll pay at source. But when I first get it started, in my opinion, it's just the easiest way to do it. And then when it comes to paying at source, I'll kind of show you what that looks like. When I start off with this, good. 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 Because now we can start getting her to hold her nose up to it. She's trying them all. None of them are working. This will be our last session as soon as she goes back to it because she's starting to check out a little bit. Remember, she's a 17-week-old pup. Her attention span is only so long, and we don't ask for too much at first. So when I'm done, I pick up the target odor, no matter what it is. Today it's the morel mushroom, because this is the only one we have to pay for. We don't pay for the others, so those could stay on the floor. All right, now we're to the glass jar. The reason for the glass jar is we have a fake morel, and so it looks like one. There's a real morel in the bottom there that we rehydrated. So now it looks and smells like one. You'll see in a minute when she sticks her nose in, she can't bite the morel. So we're getting hundreds of reps of her seeing and smelling the morel with mouth closed. That's the idea of this exercise. I do this a lot, probably more than needed, but I do not want my dogs eating the morels. That's for me. They find, I eat is the idea at the end. So anyways, we'll get started. So she sees it, she smells it, yes. And you see her stick her nose in, pull it right back out. Eventually we'll ask for more. And we have to, yes. Remember, we're working with a 17-week-old pup, so their attention span is short, and I don't demand anything. We're not giving you must commands. This is here. To get her kibble, she has to sniff and smell. She will come back to it, but I don't force her, and I try not to encourage too much. And she's just looking for food on the mill right now. And the only reason, yes, I have her up on this mill is just because now she's at my level. I don't have to squat down. This, I guess, just me being a little lazy. So the food's here. Yes. The only way she gets paid is by smelling this. And that's what we want her to learn from here on out. So, anyways, hey. We'll just wait for it. This will be the last round right here. I missed that. Thought she was going to hold her head in a little longer. That was my bad. Yes. I went ahead and caught it there, and we'll end it. Because you can see she's checking out. And if she's checking out, that means we probably went too long. Now, that's the glass jar. I do a lot of reps on that. A lot of sessions. Get them that closed mouth. It's very, very important. The very first dog I trained for the Morel dogs, one of his issues, that's Winston. He's an 8-year-old lab now. But many years ago, he was eating the tops of them off. And it was just some mistakes I made in the training. We have since fixed that, as you see here. And we don't have that issue anymore. But this is a very important, as easy as it is, this is a very important part of the training. So we're going to get on to the indication to show you how we get that. All right. What I have here is I have the tin with the Morel. I use this in the box. I use it in the scent tubes. But now we're going to start using it for final indication. Basically that response we want the dog to do in the woods. I will say in the past, I have had dogs lay down when they find them. Have dogs sit and stare at them when they find them. Tansy, but what I found over the years of hunting morels with dogs is it's probably best just to have them stand and stare at it. You just need to change your behavior to indicate that the dog has found a morel. And for me, we're going to try to get Tansy just to stand and stare at it. It used to be I just kind of let the dog do whatever is natural for it, but I found the woods, the dogs can't always lay down on the morels because of all the debris, brush and whatnot around where the morels grow. So here we go. We squat down. I'm using my marker system, yes. So, yes. So I mark and I pull the morel away. And of course she comes to get her food. Yes. Remember, she's just walking up and staring at it. This is the very first step. We're not asking for any more than that. Yes. And as we progress, we'll start asking for a little more. But we have to show her that this tin on the ground is important. Remember, she's already kind of seen this picture with the box a bunch. So, yes. So it's not that uncommon. Now, we will, yes, ask for a little more. Remember, I keep it in here so she can't bite it. So we do this a bunch, and eventually, I guess I'll back up just a little bit. If she struggles with this, what I'll change is I'll get rid of the morel scent and I'll put dog food in this and I'll turn it up, take the lid off, turn it upside down. When she sniffs, I'll pull it off. The food will be there. That's only if she struggles with this part. I will back up and do that. But as of right now, I think, yes. She'll get it like this. Another pointer is don't let her shove this around the floor. It will become a game, and that will be the game, is pushing her on the floor. So, yes. Try to kind of hold on to it to start with, and then as she gets better at it, understands what we're asking, then we can start moving our hand away. Good girl. Good girl. All right. Let's move on and see if she'll indicate on the fake morel. All right, the next session, or the next step after the 10 on the floor, you get them indicating on that. Good. Remember, we've done several sessions with Tansy, and we've done a bunch of sessions with the glass jar. Now we're on to the real thing. I drill a hole in a block of wood. That way I can stick them into here and put it on the concrete floor, because we start everything in the training room. Now, I will say, once we get done this is where we start transitioning outside. Get good in here with this, and then start moving outside. And that's where things really start moving, and that's when the fun begins, because we're able to start seeing work outside. But anyways, we have to get it good in here before we move out there. So we're going to see how this goes. I don't know how it's going to go this first time, but I do know if she puts her mouth on this at any time, I'm pulling out, and we'll go back to the glass jar and to the tin. So we'll see how she does. I'm going to put her down. Yes. As soon as she went to it, because I get nervous about this. I've had dogs to eat it. But as soon as she went to it and smelled it, yes. I mark with yes. 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 And probably should hold on to it so it don't move. No. So we're backing out. So she wasn't chewing on this. She was wanting to chew on the corner of this wood. She is probably still teething. So what I'll say now is, unfortunately, we're going to back out and give her another week or two to maybe get those teeth in so she's not wanting to chew back there. And then we'll move forward with this. Good girl.